And the missionary from Charlotte who's been diagnosed with Ebola was recognized in D.C. today. This afternoon, Congressman Robert Pittenger asked the House of Representatives to honor Nancy Writebol. He brought her up the courage, the fact that she and her husband turned down an offer to evacuate when Ebola first hit Liberia.
Nancy and David could have chosen the easy route. Instead, they chose a higher calling of sacrificial love and service. Please join me in praying for Nancy's complete recovery.
We've been following a situation involving a North Carolina missionary from Charlotte who has contracted Ebola and is recovering. We have her son, Jeremy Writebol, via Skype. And Jeremy, of course, your mom is in our prayers, but we just heard this afternoon that she may be improving. Is that true?
Well, from what I've heard and the communication that we've had there, she's hanging in there, and she's fighting still, and it seems like there's some good movement there, but and progress, but we're still in the thick of it, and so we'll see how she progresses, but we're hopeful.
How often are you talking to her, and how often are you talking to your dad as well?
I've been able to talk to Mom just real briefly about once a day in the morning here in the United States, and then Dad and I have been able to have a couple conversations each day, so just a little bit, but we are staying in touch as best we can.
Can you paint the picture? What is it like for her to be going through this? I understand she's in a situation of isolation. It's something that I'm sure we're not very aware of here in America, but what is going on there, and how are they taking care of her?
Yeah, I don't know if I can even how she's doing or how she's feeling in that way, and what she's going through in that regard. But I know she's at her home, which has been completely quarantined and isolated. So she's there. She has the comforts of her home with her, and is able to be. Able to have access to her computer and her cell phone, and even her bed and couch and that kind of thing. I know doctors and the staff that's still there is able to go in and work with her and help her on multiple occasions during the day. And Dad comes to the house and outside in a suit. We'll talk to her through the window, and so that's been helpful for her, but she's alone in that way, and so she's really struggling and wrestling through this by herself right now. But certainly she knows that she has the prayers of her family and her church, and just everyone is there with her. So she's not alone in that regard. She knows that even the Lord is with her in this.
And let's talk about your dad for just a second. I understand you're worried about him.
I mean, the concern with this is the way it would be about anything. You know, Dad's been there, and he is still there, and so the epidemic continues on. And Dad may have been exposed. We're not sure. We don't know. He's not exhibiting any of the symptoms of it at this time, and that's a good thing. But we'll always be concerned until we know for sure that Dad's clear too.
We actually got information about Congressman Robert Pittenger from North Carolina actually got up and spoke about your mom, and he said that she actually walked into danger, and he was commending her for being a hero. If you put all this aside, she was there for a mission, obviously. And would your mother have had it any other way? I mean, I'm sure it changed the circumstances leading up to what happened.
No, I don't think so. I know that they walked into Liberia knowing that it was a place in great need, and that they were seeking to help and serve people in great need, and so they knew that the cost would be high on that end, and so they've constantly said that their life is not their own. It's theirs to give, and it's theirs for the sake of the glory of God, and so they would not change one thing about it.
Jeremy, we want to thank you. We know you're extremely busy, and your mom and dad are both in our thoughts. We'll continue checking in with you just to see how they're going, but we want to thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
And people nationwide are concerned about the Ebola virus. They are heading to our tweet wall. We're going to head there right now and see what people are saying.